My name is Jimmy, his name is Jake, and this is the Weekly Dumb. Jake, how was your weekend?
Jim, it was your birthday. It was my wedding anniversary. What a time to be alive, man. It was all right. Did some like New York-y stuff.
Ooh,
what about you?
Ate hot dogs out of dirty water and spit on the homeless people. What do you mean by New York-y stuff?
Went to dinner.
I had a good weekend as well.
Found out your ideal of a good New York
I hate
weekend.
New York-y stuff. That's why I never do it.
Well,
fucked up stuff. Anyway, can you tell me about the sports?
Baseball season is here, especially collegiate season. In your Matty Masciangelo, 2, 1, 6.
7. You have to give it credit, but you don't want to.
On base machine, he gets hit 7 times in 8 plate appearances over a doubleheader on Friday night.
I have a reason. He's from California. So a name that Italian being from California, you know he's not using it properly.
Right.
And that insults me.
We listened to his pronunciation, and if he was from Jersey, like...
it would be way different. You want to play that? For you?
Matt Masciangelo, Huntington Beach, California.
So soft.
Let's tell Nikki Cass to pronounce this name for us, maybe. Can you send me a voice memo of you pronouncing this name?
Do you have anything on this?
Got hit by a lot of pitches.
Yeah.
The team that he played in the doubleheader, they hit 11 batters over the 2 games. Just 7 of those happened to be him. He actually wasn't like laughing enough for me.
I did like he had one quote where he said the 3rd time he got hit by the pitch, he kind of was like, okay.
He did.
And that's a very human reaction because the first time you get hit by a pitch, you're like, whatever, accident. Like I get on base. I kind of did my job. Second time, it's kind of like, damn.
Yeah.
But the 3rd time, it's like, well, screw it.
And then the 8th time, out of 9 at-bats, he started to get upset. The coach came out and was like, hey, what's going on? They were never intentional. I don't know. It's a good day. Like how many at-bats you get in a college season, his on-base percentage can't be bad.
He had a 556 on base last year.
And he only got hit once. So this kid might have like a 760 on base.
Big season for Matty Mass.
Matt Masciangelo.
So much better.
Jim, this almost a breakdown you were telling me about. We're kind of an SEC basketball show now.
SEC basketball is getting all the celebrities to come out to their basketball games. Bo Jackson was there. He was taking pictures with the students in the student section and saying hi and being all nice.
War damn.
And then the game's about to start, and I like this. He's hitting the mascot in the head with his flag, and that's just a fun time, just playing the drums on the mascot's head.
Torture.
And then the game's about to start, and this guy comes down on the steps and creeps into his peripheral and is like, can I get a selfie? And Bo Jackson, no, watch the game.
Watch the game.
But I think if this guy wasn't as Jokerish looking, he might have got a picture. To have that guy come into your peripheral is scary.
Right before the game, he looks like he's the cousin of the mascot. Not even the person in the mascot, like the cousin of the mascot.
Boom. Roasted.
College years, and he's going with what he can do, which is like crazy. But he's gonna clean that up.
If this is a kid who is clean shaven or maybe like a young girl, I think Bo Jackson takes a picture because it is right before tip off.
Yeah.
That's the only.
And if he was just doing a whole batch of them, it's not like you're gonna start a new trend.
I take it back because right before tip off at a college basketball game is kind of the most hype moment of the game.
Hitting the mascot in the head, like grooving, feeling. No, watch the game, said Bo. More sports.
Jim, we're heading to my Northeastern Conference. We technically went to school there. And it was a big week for LIU basketball. First hoop collapse, which we'll get to. But the team also got stuck in an elevator.
Always jealous of this. I think that's one of those experiences that you get to laugh at in 10 years and like, oh, remember when Johnny farted? That almost fucking knocked us out. Like, oh, and Mikey was in the corner actually crying his eyes out because he thought we were going to die. Like, that is such fun storytelling. A while later. You
never got stuck in an elevator? Like big stuck?
Not big stuck.
Wow.
One of our friends used to jump all the time.
Well, it happened freshman year. We did it. We got stuck and we're like, oh, this is funny. But it was like quick. Like this happened. It's one of those elevators. Blah, blah. And then our next time in there, one of our buddies jumped. Is like, oh. And then we got stuck. And the same crew had to come back. And they looked at us like, you're fucking idiots. And we're like, I think you're right. Oh, and watch this dunk.
Look out.
That's a bad feeling. That's such a bad feeling. That's like finding out you're playing on an inflatable basketball hoop. Like, oh, none of this is real?
Our experience is not real.
This is D1 basketball? That thing just lost all of its air.
That happens at your buddy's like pool. And you're like, this hoop kind of stinks.
Hey, man, get a real hoop in this pool.
What were you saying about this not sports? And you were telling people to go watch Guts?
Guts! Do you have it? Guts is taking off. It's taking the office by storm. It's taking the internet by storm. It's watching Guts. Me, Jake, Zach, Joe's McFly.
I forgot Zach.
Picking little kids, rooting for them, and then getting mad when they disappoint.
Snake your way, huh?
I know something we can do to entice the people. In season 1,
Zach face reveal.
Jake had like all of his team. All of Jake's contestants fell at one point, which is really funny. Anyway, the Not Sports is a phenomenal story. I really liked it. A Canadian art teacher was having his students draw pictures, and then he was selling them on a website for like a lot of money, like $90 on a mug.
I have a couple.
One, morally, okay, don't do it, blah, 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 blah. But, Jake, which would you buy? And which kid do you think we need to check in on?
I mean, all of this is child art. I think it's middle school, like scary art.
Yeah.
There's one student who can't be allowed to go to the school anymore.
Grace?
And that's Gracie's
great. Grace.
These are all like young kid drew something scary, and then there's one that's like,
we got to check in on Grace. Like, you can't be, that's...
What the hell?
Not only is it easily the scariest face, but there's also just a dark being in the background that's like,
oh yeah.
No, this is still school.
Which one would you buy?
I kind of like the top middle left one. It looks kind of like a South Park cartoon.
I like the red head skull where the tongue is like licking up the brain.
Oh, you like that?
I kind of like, I wouldn't buy it.
What's the worst one? Let's insult a kid.
Oh, bottom right stinks. Mouse
I thought
ears.
you'd end up there.
I hope that's what the teacher looks like. That's what my dream is.
This one's pretty bad too.
That's a little head like you.
Okay. It's the employee of the week. It's the employee of the week. But this person's not an employee
Not
anymore.
an employee anymore. Employee in our hearts forever. Christina Connor.
She retired.
She's moving. Retired. A nice farewell. Christina was awesome. So we're going to miss her. It says here, we'll all miss Christina.
Did say that.
Let's say that. Yeah.
That was the Weekly Dumb!
Go watch Guts on Jomboy and Jake TV.
Are you kidding me? Oh my God.
Zach probably loves all this dark shit.
Zach likes the dark one.
Oh, Zach, you do like the dark one.
Zach would play it cool and say he likes the one to the left of the dark one.
And the one to the left of that, Zach would get a boner for.
Oh my God, he has one right now. He's jerking off. Oh my God, look at this.
And it's over. Hey, can you shave that picture for me? Sure, Zach.
What?